Hi, Alan Schimmel, Devops.com here at day 2 of Jenkins World in Santa Clara Convention Center. Happy to be joined by Sridhar Peddinti
Thank you.
of Newt Global.
Yes.
Hi, Sridhar. How are you?
I'm doing good. Glad to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. So, Sridhar, before we get into Jenkins World and DevOps, why don't we give our audience a little bit of background about Newt Global?
Oh, certainly. So, Newt Global is a DevOps implementation consulting company. We are based out of Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
Our client pool includes Fortune 50 companies, the airlines, telecom, the primary sectors that we focus at this time. We do have partnerships with all the products vendors of the who's who of the DevOps. So, looking forward for another great year.
Great. So, as part of your DevOps consulting services, are they sort of DevOps transformations where people looking to kick off a DevOps transformation, or are they specific projects around CDCI or something like that?
So there are two folds to the DevOps. One is the people and process side, and the specific project implementations. Hey, I think this tool will fit me. Can you implement it? Our approach is, yes, we can do the tool implementation, but there is no specific tool can fix the world problems, right? Let's see how's your approach, the culture, what we have seen that works in across the other clients. So our approach is, okay, we'll do the implementation, but let's take 4 hours of a day. We do brainstorming, do what we call as a DevOps workshop, where we understand the process, what they have, and what we think is, is working out there. So that kind of gives us an insight and how to approach the problem.
Great. Now, Sridhar, obviously we're here in California. You're based out of Dallas.
Yes.
Come a long way. What brings you to Jenkins World?
Oh, because this is where the Jenkins, it's the middle orchestration layer, and about 80, 60 or 70% market share. I think it's more than that.
Yeah.
Right. And we are partners of Cloudbees. We have
Okay.
common clients, and we work very collaboratively. Our clients are here. We bring the clients here to participate in Jenkins World.
Oh, okay.
So that's our reason we're here.
Yeah, no, that's a darn good reason.
Yeah.
So, Sridhar, you'd be a great person to ask this then, because this is something I've questioned and I've heard from others. When do you move a client, if you will, or when do you recommend to a client to move from the free open Jenkins to the Cloudbees enterprise product?
So that's a great question, because most of the organizations we walk in, they do have Jenkins in one way or other. Now, this is like any other open source that journey and organizations take. The senior leadership, and nowadays, yes, they're catching up, but usually they catch up after the developers start using it. Like, everybody uses it. Now, most of the enterprise clients we walk in, your individual development groups are using Jenkins, but there is no, and you are reinventing the wheel for every individual business group level and development group level. If you consolidate all of those at once, you have efficiencies in that you can bring it up. And it's a clear ROI because you're not multiple people working on the same thing. But in that process, Cloudbees truly brings a lot of value at the enterprise level. Be it monitoring, be it the multiple master management, analytics. And the great thing is Cloudbees is it plays well with all other tools, and the plugins are supported by Cloudbees. So that's the time when we start having those discussions, and we pull in the Cloudbees to have a workshop with the client and take it to the next level.
Got it. And then, Sridhar, also just coincidentally, we happened to go out to dinner last night with our friends from Sonatype.
Yes.
And I take it you're a Sonatype partner as well?
Yes, we are.
And give our audience a little bit of background. Where do you fit them into your story?
Oh, certainly. So Sonatype, makers of Nexus, they do have repository, lifecycle, and IQ scan. The binary repository is a key, and some of the clients we walk in where they keep the dependent jars, files, dependent libraries in the same place as the source code. Yeah, it won't stop me. Right? But that's where the education starts, is to now you are downloading the developers at individual levels, open source files from all over the world, and putting it as part of your end product. you don't know what's hidden on this open source jar file. What you're using it, that's good, but what else is there?
Yeah.
Right, that's going to be a threat for you. So there's where the IQ scan from
Sure.
Nexus plays a big role, and the architects, managers, they absolutely fall in love when I show the IQ scan report for them. And the binary repository that plays along with all to all binaries at one place. You can scan it. You can life cycle helps you to build the components dynamically and have consolidated place. So
Excellent.
we usually recommend go with your source code repository and a binary repository at once, and then get into the orchestration layer of be it Cloudbees or Jenkins.
Understood. Sridhar, the next thing I wanted to, well, we're probably over time, but I had one more question for you.
Sure.
You saw the announcement yesterday with Devops Express, and I just wanted to kind of get your thoughts. What did you think about that?
It's amazing, and it's so coincidental. We have something similar as a Devops Express, what we do as a consulting company. So what we have done is what we call DevOps in a box. It's hosted on AWS for us, and it connects the source code repositories. It has Cloudbees, it has Sonatype, and we go to the clients and say, okay, now you want to get to the DevOps journey, and this is how it looks to you. If you give access to your source code repository, I can plug it in right now and show you the end product. We have the source code quality scanning controls. We do have the security analysis products plug in there. So clients get the first hand, wow, this is my code that it's going through quickly. And we share this with all our partner account managers. Hey, feel free to use it. So I'm glad Devops Cloudbees is doing the Devops Express, because that is a need when clients can visualize the end product as opposed to doing a one product at a time.
Yeah.
So very much looking forward to be part of it.
That would be great. We'd love to hear more about that. Well, Sridhar, we're just about out of time. I want to again thank you for joining us here on DevOps.com TV, and continued success with Newt Global.
Thank you very much, Alan.
And maybe we'll see you in Austin at
Yes,
CD
CD
Summit.
Summit, yes.
You got it.
Thank you.
Sridhar Peddinti, Newt Global. This is Alan Schimmel of DevOps.com. Thanks. Have a great day.